Okay, you're here.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
All right, welcome to class. Let's continue
Okay.
from last class. I just have to repeat that because I just remembered to start the recording. So click on security
Okay.
groups. Let me see how many security groups you have so far. Okay, you have just 2. That one that says default. Uh-oh.
So I have like 1, 2,
You can
3.
drag down. You see that 2 vertical
Yeah.
lines at the middle?
Yes.
You see to drag down that interface. Like, as in you can drag down 2 vertical lines at the middle.
This one, yeah.
No,
So
not
I
that
have
one.
like 3 extra
Look at 2
security
vertical
groups
lines at the middle. That dash
at the
at the
middle.
middle. Come down, come down. Just come down. You see that vertical line below?
This.
Yes, yes. So drag it, hold and drag down.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So I thought as much that you likely have done this. So yeah, so the one that you should never delete is that one that says
This one.
default.
Okay. Default.
Yes. Don't anything you see
Okay.
default on your AWS, please don't delete it. Otherwise, it may mess with your account. So which one do you really want to
Okay.
be using of all these 4
This one.
extra ones? Okay, so check
This
the
one.
other 4 and delete them.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so drop down actions. Look at actions. Up.
Let me move this thing. Uh-huh.
Okay. Delete security groups.
Yeah.
To
To
confirm
confirm deletion,
deletion.
enter delete below.
Okay.
Okay, enter delete below.
Beautiful. So refresh this. Look at the refresh icon beside action.
Yes.
Okay, so go to, by your left hand side, go to key pairs. Let me see how many. Just below security group, 3 places under security group.
Okay.
Okay, let me see how
Only one
many.
keeping.
Oh, you're doing well. I thought you would have created plenty key pairs too. So
No.
what I want to see now is let's go and create an instance now and let me see how well you've practiced.
Okay.
Oh, you already have a running instance?
Yes.
Okay. When did
Just
you
now,
launch it?
before I enter to Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me terminate that first.
All right.
Okay.
Go to that. No, go back to instances dashboard. Let me show you something. Go to your dashboard. Look at your EC2 dashboard. No, click back what
Okay.
you just clicked now. Okay, see your dashboard.
Which one?
See this screen that you are now.
Yes.
Click back, show your dashboard again. Aha. EC2
Yeah.
dashboard, yes. Look at this screen. See under
Okay.
resources, you have instances running. You can see your security group. You can see dedicated host. So a quick way to
Yes.
go to the instances is to click to that instances running.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes. So
terminate
Still
instance.
running. Let me reload. Okay. 0 running. Yeah.
Okay. So you
What?
finally figured the security group, right?
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So let's go and use your mobile XTAM to SSH into this instance.
Okay.
Click on that star icon. Hold on, before you get
Which one?
here, can you close this?
Okay.
No. Yep, that's where to close. See that icon that look like a star under it, sessions. You can see all the sessions you've ever had. No, that's not the icon that look like a star. 4 places to that place.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
If you click on it, you see all the sessions you've ever had.
Yes.
Right click on them and delete all of them. So you can put delete session. That way you can be orderly. So
Mm.
another a simple or a soft way to make your life easier as a DevOps is make your screen not too
Yeah.
clumsy. So you know where you are. These ones you have, though this black screen as well, close them.
This one.
Yes, close the two since none of them. Because the moment you terminate those instances, these sessions are gone.
Okay.
They are not useful again. Since once you terminate an instance from AWS, the
Mm.
sessions here are not useful again. You can't reconnect to them. You can only
Okay.
reconnect to a session that the instance is still running on your
Mm.
AWS.
Okay.
All right, so let's start now.
Done.
Beautiful. So I'm glad that we are on the same page now. So I'm going to take back the screen
Okay.
and then we can
What's
continue.
the full meaning of PWD?
Print working directory. We'll still
Okay.
talk
Yeah.
about some of these basic commands today. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So this is my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So let me also go launch instance EC2. All right. Instances running. Nothing. So you can also launch instance from here.
Okay.
Even though nothing is running, you can click launch instances. Okay. Remember, I was telling you in class that there are different distributions of Linux. Ubuntu, Red Hat, SUSE, Debian, CentOS, okay. And I said that these Linux distributions are grouped according to their packages. And we said that there are two basic Linux packages. There are many packages, but two basic ones, the Red Hat package manager and the Debian package manager. And each package has their installer. For Red Hat package manager RPM, their installer is yum. For Debian package manager, their installer is apt. So when we get into packages, we will expand more on that. Amazon
Okay.
Linux is managed by Red Hat. So also is Red Hat itself. Okay.
Okay.
Ubuntu is managed by Debian. So also is Debian itself. Okay. So for now,
Yes.
let's stick with Amazon Linux. Instance type free, keep ITern keep let's leave here network settings for now. Select existing security group, drop down, and let's use ITern security group. Okay. Advanced details. Nothing to do here for now. When we get to AWS proper launch instance. Okay. So let's go to instances. So here you see that I have 3 servers. One is
Yes.
running and 2 other ones are stopped with
Yes.
1, 2, and 3. These are the 3 servers. I'm using it to teach another class. So I
Okay.
stopped them for now. If you stop a server, if the server is under free tier, it will stop the time, the hours that will be counting for that server.
Yeah.
All right. But if
Yes.
you are not under free tier, if you stop a server, they will still charge you. All right.
Okay.
But for your
Yes.
set, please, once you are done exploring and practicing with your servers, terminate it. Okay.
Okay.
Except if you have extra dollar you want to dash AWS. So this is Tupa's server. Many places I can copy the IP address from. I can click on instance ID. Look at the IP address here.
Yeah.
I can copy from here. I can click on connect. I can also copy from here. Or I can even go from the instance dashboard. Look at this. If I scroll to the right, I can also copy from here.
Okay.
All right. So I know as time goes on, you'll be knowing all these shortcuts. All right. So if I copy this, let me go set up my mobile XCAM now. Have I sent you the class material?
No.
Okay. Let me do that right away. Just give me a moment, please.
Okay.
All right, please go to the Zoom chat.
Okay.
Let me know if you are able to download it. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're able to download it. Okay, so it is not for you to use while in class. Okay.
Okay.
It's just for a guide when you're practicing and also to follow if we are teaching what we say we are going to teach. So
Okay.
in class, let's just focus on my screen so that we don't lose attention.
Okay.
Thank you. So give me a moment. Let me get the application up. So my server is running. Here is my mobile exterm. Can you see my mobile exterm?
Yes.
All right, so session, SSH session, the IP address, EC2 user, advanced SSH. We're using the ITern keeper. Open. Okay, so look at bookmark settings here.
Okay.
I can decide to give my session a name. All right.
Yeah.
So I can decide to call this session to server, and then I retain the IP address. So unlike your own, that what you see is just IP address.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is carrying my session name.
Okay.
Yep. So right now we can begin not AWS. We can begin Linux properly. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, So this is your this is your command line interface. And the first thing that is important for us to know in command line interface is the shell prompt. Can you hear me?
Yes.
The first thing to know on the command line interface is the shell prompt. So what is the shell prompt? This is it. This interface you are seeing here, this is the this is the Linux shell prompt. This place. And this is how it is explained. EC2 user, when you install your Linux, it will automatically install two users. The root, which in Windows is called administrator or admin. In Linux, in a Mac operating system, they are called root, R-O-O-T. And the first user on the system. Okay? The root and the first user on the system. If what you have installed is Amazon Linux or Red Hat, it's always called EC2 user. But if it is Ubuntu, what you will see here is Ubuntu. Okay. So this is what this shell prompt means. It means that this, what you are seeing before the at, look at this at sign here. What you are seeing before the at sign means the user that is currently signed in on this Linux computer or this Linux machine. In this case, this Linux server. So what is here could be anything. It could be Tupe, it could be Shola, it could be Tanya, it could be Robert, it could be Trump, it could be Hillary, it could be Biden. Whatever name you see here means this is the user that is signed in at the moment. At whatever follows means the name of this machine or the name of this signed in, sorry, the name of this machine or the name of this server or the name of this computer. Okay, so it means EC2 user is signed into this particular machine. What you are seeing here is a private IP address, but in other cases, it can be a name. This could be Obafemi's computer or Adelaja's computer. So it means EC2 user is signed into this place. And what you are seeing here, a tilde sign, whatever you see in this place, okay, that's the best way, better way to say it. Whatever you see here means the current folder that you are inside or that you are working from. Remember, this is a command line interface. So it means that you have to be in a folder at any point in time, at every point in time. So whatever you see in this place means the current folder you are what? You're working from. However, in Linux, folders are referred to as directory. Folders are referred to as directory. So you will call this place the current directory you are what? You are working on. And so that's why it is called current working directory. But it always has a path. So if I want to know the path of this place, I will say what? Print working directory. That means show me the path of the current directory I'm inside. So it means that I'm inside EC2 user directory. So the reason you are seeing this tilde sign here and you are not seeing EC2 user is because this name and this name are the same. All right.
Yeah.
This EC2 user here is a user. This particular one you are seeing here is a folder, is a directory. So I will explain something now, and I wish that you please listen carefully.
Okay.
When a user is created in Linux operating system, when you create a user, two things are automatically created with that user. The first thing is the primary group of that user is created. And again, the home directory of that user is created. When you create a user in Linux, two things are created: the primary group of that user and the home directory of that user. Now, the confusing part is always that the three of them bears the same name. If you've created the user and called the user Ade, the primary group of Ade will also be bearing Ade. The home directory of Ade will also be bearing Ade. How you will know the difference is that they are in different locations on your Linux machine. So if I want to know where all the users on the Linux machine are stored, there is a file I will go to. If I want to know where all the primary groups on a Linux machine are stored, there's another file I will go to. If I want to know where all the home directories are stored, there's also a file I will go to. That's how I know the difference between these three. Okay, so
Yes.
what you are seeing when you see a tilde sign here, this tilde sign means that you are in the working directory. Sorry, you are in the home directory of this, of whoever user is here. I'll say that again. When you see a tilde sign here, it means we are in the home directory of whichever user is here. So if the user here is Ade and not EC2 user, right? And I am inside Ade's home directory. Therefore, what I will see here, instead of seeing Ade here, I will see a tilde sign.
Okay.
Although we will get to creation of users and group, let me quickly show you what I mean. So I will create another user now and call the user Dupe. But don't bother about how I create the user. We're still gonna get to that point. I just want to use it to explain better what I'm saying now. Okay. So sudo user add Dupe. Okay. Sudo password Dupe. One. So in Linux, when you are typing password, you will not see anything. Just go ahead and type. Okay. So if I say switch user to Dupe, I created the user and called the user Dupe. Okay. Now I switch, SU means switch user to Dupe. Can you see that the person here now is now what? Dupe.
Yeah.
And where is Dupe working from? The home directory of EC2 user. So it can be confusing. Whatever you see in this place is not a user. Don't ever be confused. Whatever you see here is not a user. Even if it bears the name of a user, whatever you see here is what? A directory. It might not be the home directory. It might be, but know that it is a directory. It is a folder. In Linux, we call folders directories. Okay. Now, if I use the command cd, I'm still going to teach you all these things. Can you see what is here now?
Yes.
So this means that instead of us saying Dupe here again, it uses tilde. This means we are in the home directory of Dupe. In this place, this tilde means we are in the home directory of EC2 user.
EC2 user.
So whenever you see a tilde sign like this, it means you are in the home directory of whoever is here.
Okay.
Now, what is a home directory? Whenever you create a user, two other things are created with that user. One, the home directory of that user and the primary group of that user. And these three will bear the same name. How do I know the difference? Their location, where they are being stored on the Linux machine. That's how I know the difference. And we will get to all of that patiently. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I say exit, that means go back to EC2 user. Okay. To clear your screen, you say clear. Okay. And say Linux is case sensitive. Linux command line is case sensitive. Okay. Dupe in Linux is not the same as Dupe. These two in Linux are different things.
Okay.
Okay. This one has no uppercase. This one has a uppercase D. Okay. And Dupe, these are three different things. These are four different things. These are five different things. Okay. All of these are not the same in Linux.
Okay.
Because they are case different. All right.
Yeah.
So let me reiterate. Whatever you see here is the user that is currently signed in. Whatever you see here is the machine that that user is signed into, or the computer name, or the server name. And whatever you see here is the current folder that this user is working on. Okay. But if what you see here is a tilde sign, then it means that you are working in the home directory of whatever user is here.
Okay.
Are we good to go?
Yes.
Now, when you see a dollar sign here, it means that you are working as a non-root. Okay. What did I say root is in Linux? A root means an admin. What you would normally call admin in Windows. In Linux, they are called roots. When you see a dollar sign here, it means whatever you do here, the person here is not what? Root, non-root. Okay. And dollar sign here also means that this interface is ready for input. You can begin to type. All right. If I switch to root, SU root, have I created password for root? I'm not sure. Control C. So let's say sudo su. Now switching to root. Okay. Can you see that this thing has changed?
Yeah.
So when you see this hashtag in front of your shell prompt, it means whatever you do here, you are doing it as what? As root.
Root.
Okay. So apart from you saying root here, okay, once you also see here, it means any command you enter here, the person that owns that command is root.
Root.
Okay, so let me exit. We are back to EC2 user. So that is the shell prompt explained in a nutshell. Okay.
Okay.
Now, on your keyboard, you have the up arrow, down arrow, backward arrow, and forward arrow. Okay.
Yes.
I think it's under the shift button.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So on your Linux command, if you want to quickly go to the immediate past command that you have used, you press the up arrow. Can you see? It's showing me the immediate past commands I have used. Can you see?
Okay. Yes.
If you press it down, it goes back in that succession again. Okay. Your mouse, apart from clicking where you currently are, it will not work on a command line. Your mouse is specifically for GUI, but on CLI, your mouse will not work. So if I press up arrow now, and say I want to come to sudo here, I'm in sudo now, pressing sudo, thinking my mouse will bring this cursor here, but it will not work. What will work is your backward arrow. You have to come and use that backward arrow to go to this place. Okay. And do whatever you want to do. Okay. So don't think your mouse is going to work. Okay. So that's another thing to know. We are going gradually. By 4 months' time, when you become a DevOps engineer, all these basic things would have mastered you. So don't bother about how am I going to know all these things now? This is just child's play. You will know them, and this is how you will know them. The more you practice, the more it will come. I can assure you. In fact, right from this class now, you begin to know some. When I begin to show you right away. Okay.
Yes.
So, next is I've shown you the shell prompt. Next is we're looking at navigation. Navigation. So at navigation, we will see the file system on our Linux. Okay. Linux organizes its files in what we call hierarchical structure. This means that files are organized in a tree-like pattern. Tree. Igi. And how tree starts is from the root. Okay. So if I say print working directory now, print working directory, meaning show me the current directory I am in. From here, I can actually know the current directory I am in. And how do I know this place? Remember I said that whatever I say means it is the current directory, the current folder you are working from. Okay. But what if what you see here is a tilde sign? what it means is you are in the home directory of the user that is here. So
Okay.
from this show prompt, I can actually know the current working directory. I know I'm in the home directory of EC2 user. But so if I can know from here, why then am I using print working directory? Working directory will show me the full path, path, P-A-T-H, of this place. So if I say print working directory and I hit enter, can you see? It
Yeah.
says this arrow, this home, and this EC2 user. Okay.
Yes.
The first arrow here means root. Everything in Linux stems from, every folder in Linux stems from the root. Okay.
Yes.
So the first arrow here means root. Then this is home. Home is the folder where all users' home directory are saved. Remember, I said that when you create a user, two things are created with that user.
Yes.
The primary group of the user and the home
And the home
directory of the user. And I also said that the three of them will bear the same name. So the primary group and the home directory, they will bear the same name as the name of the user you have created. Okay. And I
Yes.
said, how you will know the difference between the three is their location, where they are saved or where they are being contained on the machine. Okay. So for
Okay.
the home directory of all users, they are stored in the home folder. Look at it here. In the where? The home
Folder.
folder. And the home folder is where? Inside the root folder. Okay. So when we say Linux organizes its files in hierarchical directory structure, meaning a tree-like structure, every folder on Linux starts from where? From the root. So the first / in Linux means the root folder. Okay.
Okay.
So if
Yes.
I want to go to the root folder now, I will say cd space /. Okay.
Yes.
Cd means change directory. CD, change directory. So anytime you want to enter into a new directory, say cd, then followed by the name of that directory. So anywhere you are on your Linux machine, either you are inside the folder or inside the sub folder, the moment you say cd /, it will take you to the root directory immediately. When I did cd space /, can you see that this place has changed?
Yes.
It means that
Okay.
I'm where now? I'm in the
The root.
root directory now.
Okay.
So if I list the command, the command to do listing or to view the content of a directory. You can have a folder, you can have a file. The command to view the content of a file is different. The command to view the content of a directory is different. Okay?
Yeah.
To view the content of a directory, the command are about 2. To view it in short form, just say ls. ls. So inside this root directory, you have all these things, all these folders, which are also called, some of them are files, some of them are folders. But if you want to view in detailed form, say ls space switch. This thing we call hyphen or dash, you call it switch L or flag L. Can you see? Everything listed here in short form. They are also what? Listed here. But this time in a detailed form. What are the detail? The permissions, the user, the group, the size in kilobytes, the month it was created, the day it was created, the time it was created, and the name, either a file or a directory. Okay, all of this we're still going to explain later. What I'm showing you now is navigation. Okay. Now, Miss Dupe, look at this place. This is what? The first arrow here means what?
Means root.
Beautiful.
Root folder.
That means inside root, you have what?
The home.
Beautiful.
Home directory.
When I did CD to root here, what did I say I did? Change directory to what?
Directory to root.
To root. And I said that you can use this command from anywhere that you are. Okay.
Yes.
And now that I'm inside root and I listed the content of root, this home, look at it here. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So I said that in this place, home is inside what? Root. Okay. That means if I enter into this home too, what will I see? I should be able to see what?
Root.
No, if I CD, I'm inside root now. Look at it here.
Okay.
And inside root, from this place, we say there is what? Home. There are other things inside root, but from this part, which part is this? The path to this place is this. Okay. Inside root is what? EC2 user.
The home. Okay.
Sorry. Inside home rather is what? EC2 user.
EC2 user.
Inside root is home.
Is the home.
Inside home is what? EC2 user.
user.
This home here is what you are seeing in this place. Because I'm inside root now. And when I listed the content of this root directory, I see home and other things. So it means that if I CD into home, I should be able to see what?
EC2 user.
So let's do that now. CD home. Can you see that? It was root here. And I say change directory to what? Home.
To home.
Can you see it has changed there?
Yes.
So home here means that EC2 user is currently working inside where? This directory.
Home directory.
Beautiful. Home directory. So if I say ls switch L, that means list in details the content of this directory for me. Can you see? What do I have here? EC2 user,
EC2 user.
and Dupe.
Yes.
There is EC2 user inside home. There is home inside root. These two here, what are they?
They're the user and the server.
No.
The home.
Which kind of home?
The home directory.
Beautiful. Beautiful. they are the home directory of their respective users. Remember I said that when you create a user, two things are created. Okay, just
Yes.
relax. I'll keep explaining. I'll keep saying this until it sticks. With time, I know it will stick. When you create a user, two things are created: the
Yes.
home directory of that user and the primary group of that user. Okay. And these two things, they bear the same name as the home directory. Sorry, they bear the same name as the user that I just created. So EC2 user, when it was created, when we were launching our server, two things were created with the EC2 user: the home directory of the EC2 user and the primary group. When I created Dupe user here, two things were created with Dupe user: the home directory of Dupe and the primary group of Dupe. And the two of them will bear the same name as the user Dupe. And I said that how you will know the difference between the three is that what? Where they are stored, where they are saved. Okay. Now I said all home directories, they are stored in where?
In the root.
No. All home directories, they are stored in the where?
Home.
Beautiful. Okay, so I hope you are looking at my screen. Don't make mistake of trying to
Yes,
do it as I'm doing it, or you miss the step. Just listen. When you watch back the videos, you can always practice. All home directories, they are stored in the root, in the home here, home folder. All users' home directories, there are only two users so far, Dupe and EC2 user. The home directory of these users, see them here, they bear the same name as the user. They are stored where? In the home folder. Home folder itself is stored where?
Root.
The root folder. There are other things inside root. However, home is part of it. So if I do CD to EC2 user now, what will happen to this place?
It will change.
To what?
Tilde.
Beautiful. So instead of saying EC2 user here, but you now be confused, EC2 user, EC2 user, it uses it as what? Tilde. So when I now say print working directory, does this make sense now? That this is showing me the part of the whoever directory is here. Any questions so far?
It's kind of convincing, but
I know it
little
will
by
be.
little.
Exactly, it will be. Now the good part is when you watch the videos properly and you practice, it will stick.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me clear. So far we have said that whatever you see here is the user that is currently signed in.
Yes.
After the @ sign, whatever you see here is the machine that this user is signed into, the name of the machine, the name of the Linux machine, the Linux computer. And whatever you see here is the directory that you are currently working inside. It might be home directory, it might be any other directory. Okay. But if what you see here is a tilde sign, then it means the home directory of the user that is here. Okay.
Okay.
So it could be Dupe that is here. So if what you see here is tilde sign, that means you're inside the home directory of Dupe. If what is here is Dupe. All right.
Yes.
And I say when you see this dollar sign, it means that this interface is ready for input. And it also means that whatever you do here, you are doing it as a non-root. But if what you see here is the hashtag sign, that means whatever you do, you are doing as a what? As a root.
As a root.
Okay. Now, if I say
Yes.
print working directory, it will show me the path of whichever directory is in this place.
Okay.
Okay. The path to whichever directory is in this place. And you will always need that path. You will see very soon. Okay. And then I've shown
Yes.
you that if you want to go into any folder, there are protocols, but I'll show you the basic one. Anywhere you are at all, in fact, let me go into home, or let me go into another folder, root Etsy. So I'm in Etsy folder now.
Okay.
From this, from what you see here, you should know that Etsy is a folder inside where? Home. Sorry, inside root.
Inside the root.
Okay. So I'm in Etsy folder
Yes.
now. So I'm now saying that in any folder you are at all, anywhere you are on your Linux, the moment you do cd /, it takes you to the root folder immediately. Can you see?
Yes.
Now, anywhere you are at all on the Linux system and you do cd, ordinary cd, nothing more, nothing less, ordinary cd, it takes you to the home directory of the current user at that moment.
Okay.
Can you see? Let me do that
Yes.
again. Let me go into another place. cd Etsy SSH. Right. From here now, you know that SSH is a directory inside where? Etsy.
Inside the link.
All right.
Okay.
Whatever you see here, just know that this is inside here and this is inside this place. If you see any / after here again, know that whatever is in that / is inside SSH. All right, that's how to read the path. This is a path now. Okay, let me list and show you something. Look at this command. So let me, if I do cd into, I just want to show you, don't bother, because we're getting to explaining all these things. We're just doing the basic for now.
Okay.
Clear ls print working directory. So you should know that sshd_config_d is inside where? SSH.
SSH.
SSH is inside where? etc. etc is inside where? Root. The first ever / means what? Root. Okay. These other ones are just demarcations. But the first ever / in a path like this one means what? Root. Okay, so SSH is the parent folder for this. Etsy is the parent folder for this. Root is the parent folder for what? Etsy. Does that make sense?
Yes.
SSH is the parent folder for whatever is in front of it. Etsy is the parent folder for SSH. And root is the parent folder for Etsy. So now I'm saying that anywhere I am at all, right? if I run cd /, cd space /, it will take me to where? To root.
To the root.
Okay. If I return back to where I am at that moment, okay, so I'm still going to show you this. If I copy this, I'm back to this place.
Okay.
Okay, no, it's not there yet. I should have used cd. I'll say explain all of this, but let's get to the basics. See, I'm back to this place now, right?
Okay.
Anywhere you are at all, and you do ordinary cd, where will it take you to?
To the root.
No,
To the beginning of this thing. To
the
the
home
user
directory.
directory.
Yeah. When you do cd /, see where it will take you to? The root directory. When you do
Yes.
ordinary cd, it takes you to the what? Home directory of
Home directory
this
of
user,
the EC2 user.
right? So
Yes.
cd /, anywhere you are, takes you to the root directory. Okay. Ordinary cd takes you to where?
To the home directory of
Of
the
the
EC2
user.
user.
Beautiful. Let me go back to here and let me clear. If I say cd .. cd .. means go back by one step. This is where I am
Okay.
now. cd .. means go back by one step, meaning go to the parent folder of this place.
Okay.
Can you see? I'm
Yes.
back in SSH. Let me go back again and show you something. Let me clear. Let me do print working directory. See the part of where we are. We are inside this folder. See the part of this folder. So if I say cd .. it means that what? Go back by one
Go
step,
back to the
right? Go back by one step, cd ..
yes.
Go back by one step. Just focus on the screen. If I'm going back by one step in this place, where do you think I will go back to?
To the
This is where I am currently.
SSH.
This is where I am currently. If I say cd ..
Okay.
this is the path to where I am now. All right.
Yes.
When I did print working directory, I'm saying show me the full path of this place, and this is it.
Okay. That's the full. Okay.
So when I say cd .. which means go back by one step. If I go back by one step from this part, where do you think it will take me to?
To user
No,
SSH configure.
no. Look properly.
To etc SSH configure.d.
I'm currently in ssh configure.d.
Okay.
Here. Print working directory means show me the path of where I am.
Yes.
Print working directory means show me the path of where I am. And this is it, the full path.
Yes.
That means SSHD is inside here. This one is inside this part. And this part is
Yes.
inside here. So if I say cd .. meaning go back by one step, where will you think it will take me to here?
So this one you highlighted.
This is
To
a full
the
path.
okay.
This is a full path. If I say leave this place and go back by one step, where will it take me to?
SSH.
Beautiful.
SSH.
Beautiful. So if I say this now, look at it. Right?
Yes.
So from here now, if I say cd ... go back by one step, where will it take me to now?
etc.
Beautiful. Can you see?
Yes.
So if I say cd ... go back by one step, where will it take me to?
Root.
Root. Beautiful. Does it make sense now?
Okay. Yes.
So if I say print working directory, what will this do? It will show me the path of
If you go to the home directory of the EC2 user. No.
Print working directory means show me the path of this guy here,
Root.
whoever is here.
Okay.
When I did print working directory here, I'm saying show me the full path of this guy.
Okay.
If I say print working directory, meaning show me the full path of this person. And if I hit enter, can you see?
Okay. Yes.
I'm in where? Root, which is what you are
Root.
seeing here.
Mm.
Don't worry. It is gather thing. With time, it will stick. Right? If you just take time and give your attention to it, class videos, it will stick. So if I say cd ordinary, where will it take me to? The
So
home
EC
directory.
home directory
Beautiful. Home directory of the user.
of the EC.
Because in other places, it might not be EC2 user. It might be Dupe.
Okay.
That is the user that is currently signed in. So when I say
Yeah.
cd without any other command, it will take me to the home directory of whoever is signed in at that point in time. This is where I am. Is it making sense now?
Yes.
So what have we learned? We've learned that this means the user that is signed in at the moment.
Yes.
This means the machine this
The
user is
server.
working from, name of the
Yes.
machine or the computer. This
Yes.
means the
The
working
tilde
directory, the
of the
directory
EC2
that
of the user.
whoever is signed in here, it could be tilde, it could be another name, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Whoever, whatever you see here means the name of the folder you are currently working inside. If it is tilde,
Okay.
that means you are in the home directory of the user. If it is // that means you are in the root directory. Okay. And wherever you are and you say print working directory, pwd, it means that show me the full path of the folder that is here.
Okay.
In this case, that folder is what? The home directory of the user, which is this. Okay.
Okay.
And we say that if we say cd ... where will it take me to now?
So I'm coming, please.
To take me back by one step.
To EC2.
See where I am. Where I am here. Where am I here? I'm inside EC2 user already.
The home directory of the user.
So if I say cd ... where will it take me to? Look at the path of where I am currently.
To home.
Beautiful. Can you see?
Yes.
To home. And we say that if we do cd / from anywhere, where will it take us to? To root.
To the root.
If we do cd ordinarily from anywhere, where is it taking us to? Home directory
To
of the
the home
user.
directory of the user.
Okay. And if we go to home, cd ... or if I say cd / home, I'm coming to show you all of this. And I
Okay.
say ls switch l. By the way, what will ls do for me at first? It will list the content of the current folder in short form.
Okay.
Okay. But if I say
Yes.
ls space switch L, it will list that content in detailed form.
Okay.
Dupe EC2 user, Dupe EC2 user. This is short. This is what? Detailed. Okay.
Yes.
If I say ls switch A, it means that show me in short form all. A means all, everything, all hidden folders and files. Can you see?
Okay.
Dot, dot.
Yes.
These are hidden things. If I say ls switch L, it means show me in what? Detailed
Content of the
form.
folder.
All right. And I add
Mm.
A, show me in detailed all that is in this what? Folder.
Folder. Okay.
You see this dot here and dot dot. Look at them here. But this time it's showing us in what? Full detailed. So
Okay.
switch A means what? Show me all.
Show me short form.
Switch A means show me all. Switch LA means show me all in detail.
All in
Okay.
detail. Okay. Okay.
Now, in Linux, there's what we call alias, which is also known as AKA. Okay. So
Yes.
for ls switch A, which is, sorry, ls switch L, which is show me all,
Detail.
show me the content in details. Okay. You can
Yes.
also use LL. So LL is the alias of ls switch L. So wherever I say LL, it will perform the same function as what? ls switch L.
LSL.
So why LL over ls switch L? Because it is easier to type LL than to type, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ls
Yes.
space minus L. And this is just 1, 2. Okay.
Yes.
So let me clear this screen. If I say ls switch L, it listed for me in details. Let me clear the screen. And if I say LL, it's still listed for me in details. You see that
Details.
I do the same. So LL is the alias of what? But mind you,
LSL.
the real one, Linux, understand that all Linux distributions, either it is Ubuntu or Debian or Fedora or Red Hat, is ls switch
Well,
L. You might get to some Linux environment and you say LL, it will tell you command not found. Don't be shocked. Just go and use the normal one, which is ls switch L.
well,
Okay,
yes.
let me go back here. So if I want to list the content of a directory, shortlist ls. If I want to list in details, ls switch L
LSL.
or ll. If I want to list everything, both hidden and non-hidden content in short form, ls switch A. If I want to list everything in details, ls switch LA. Or I say LL switch A. You know, LL will do the function of what? LL switch
LS.
L. So if I
Yes.
just add switch A to LL, it will list for me in what? Everything
Detail.
in details. Is it making sense now?
Yes.
Beautiful. So let us graduate. It's a lot, but when you practice, it will stick. Okay? Because right
Yes.
now, even though you have not started practicing, you already know what LL will do for you. It will list in details. You already know what LS will do for you. It will list in short form. You already know that anywhere you are and you say CD, ordinary CD, it means take me to the home directory of the signed in user. You know that if I say CD change directories space // it means take me to the root directory. You know that whenever I say print working directory, it means show me the path of the current directory. All right. And you know when I say CD home directory, okay, and I say CD ... go back by one step, which means go to the parent folder of whoever is here.
Yes.
So the parent folder of whoever is here is home. Are we good to go?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. So let's go and drink some more milk. We are still drinking milk. We'll begin to eat bone very soon. Let me clear,
Yes, sir.
but I can assure you it is easy to grab. At the beginning like this,
Okay.
it might look like abracadabra,
Like
but
a magic.
yes, when you watch the class video meticulously, you will see that all of these things. In fact, by the end of this month, you'll be using this thing as though they are child's play, right? Okay,
Yes.
so let's go to our home directory. Beautiful. If I list, it is empty. But if I list in details, everything inside, I know it's not empty. All of these things are what? They are hidden files and folders. That's why when I do the ordinary listing, I didn't see them. They are hidden. But if I say list in details, switch A, everything, I now see them. So what's common here? You will see that all of them have dots before them. Dots before them. Can you see this?
Yes.
So what that means is whenever you want to hide a folder or a file in Linux, rename it and put a dot before the new name or before the whatever name you want to give it. It will hide it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. If I want to unhide SSH now, I will rename it and remove the dot. I'll still teach you how to rename, but let me quickly show you. Move.ssh SSH. If I list, can you see that? With ordinary listing, it is showing. Did you get?
Okay.
When I listed here, it says 0. But when I listed and I say everything, it showed all of this.
Okay.
When I remove the dots in front of SSH and I listed, see what it's saying? There is SSH.
Okay.
Okay. If I want to
Yes.
hide this back now, I'll rename it and put dots before it. Okay.
Okay.
Let me go and hide it back. Remove this one. and put it here. If I list, and you see nothing is showing. But if I say LL switch A, show me the content in details, everything. Can you see?
Okay.
So to hide a folder or a file, just put dot before the name.
Okay.
That one is by the way, actually. Okay, so I want to create a folder and call the folder USA. The command to create a folder in Linux is mk make directory dir followed by the name of the folder USA. If there's no error sign and I list, can you see?
Yes.
There's now a folder called
Yes.
USA. If I want to create another folder and call it UK, I'll say make directory mkdir, the name of the folder UK. If I list UK, let's make another folder and call it China. Make directory China. If I list China.
Okay.
If I want to change from where I am, which is the home directory of this user, into USA, I want to enter into USA. The command is cd change directory, the name of the folder USA. You see, I'm now inside here.
Okay. The USA.
If I want to know the full path of USA, what will I say?
LL.
No, not the content. I want to know the full path of this user. Print, sorry, of this directory. Print working directory.
PWD.
So it means that USA is inside where? EC2 user.
The EC2 user.
You know that this tilde sign means what? The home
The home
directory
directory
of this user.
of
And I
the
say
user.
the home directory bears the same name as the what?
As the
The
user.
user. Look at it here.
Mm.
So don't think that this name here is the user. No. When you see a path like this, you can never have a user in a path. A path is full of folders and files. The last one in a path can either be a file or a folder. But in this case, it is a folder. So USA is inside where? EC2
EC2
user.
user.
EC2 user is inside home. Home is
Home.
inside root.
Yes.
If I want to go back to my home directory now, I'll just say cd and back to home directory. If I want to enter into China, what will I do? cd
CD China.
China. If I say print working directory, here I am. If I want to go back, cd and back. If I list. Now, let me explain this. This might be strong, but I will explain it still. When I say cd UK, I am able to go into UK directly without stating the path of UK because UK is inside this current folder here.
Yes.
If I say cd UK or cd China or cd USA, that's because those folders are inside this current this folder here. If the folder I am going into or the file I am going into is not in the current working folder I am, then I will have to use the full path of that folder. Let me explain.
Okay.
Let me go to by one step. If I list in this current folder here, home, there are only two folders inside. Dupe, the home directory of Dupe user, and EC2 user, the home directory of EC2 user.
Okay.
Okay. If I want to go into China, what I should have done is what? CD China, isn't it?
Yes.
See what you're saying?
No such file.
And that's the truth. It means that inside this home where you are, no file called what?
China.
China. What is here? If I list, I only have Dupe and what? EC2 user. So if I say CD USA, no such file or directory.
Okay.
So inside this place, there is no USA here, which is the truth. But I know that on this Linux machine, somewhere I have USA, UK, and China. Okay?
Yes.
So if I insist I want to go to the UK or China, two ways. I either go into the folder that is housing these three folders, or from anywhere I am, I use their full path to access them.
Okay.
So the first thing is, let me go to my home directory and I list. So I know there is these three things inside this current directory I am. So if I say CD China, I'm in China now.
Okay.
Let me go back again. If I say CD UK, I'm in UK now. Because
But this home directory is the same thing as the one that we are using before. Why is it not in this in the home directory here?
I didn't get say that again.
Like the home directory that
This
you are
one.
in now. Yes. Is it not the same thing as this home directory
This
for
home.
Drupal and ECT user? Yes.
Yes, but I'm in home directory here. But in this place, I'm not in home directory. I'm in the home.
Home. Oh.
So inside, I told you that all home directories, they are inside where? The home folder. And this home itself is inside where? Root.
Okay.
So now, I have left home to come into a specific home directory. So if I do CD, I'm inside home directory of this user now. So if I list, I have three things. These three things are inside where I am here. So if I do CD to them, I can easily what? Access them.
Okay.
But if I leave here, let me go to home and I list. These are the only two contents of this folder, home.
Yeah.
If I now say CD into China, you can't take me there because where I am currently, there is nothing like China there. The only two things there are what? Dupe and EC2 user. But if I insist that I want to go to China, then here I have to state the what? The full path of China. So what's the full part of China? Let's go and copy it. CD China. If I do print working directory, see the full part of China, right?
Okay. Yes.
So let's go to home.
Okay.
In fact, let's go to Etsy, somewhere here entirely.
Okay.
And let me clear. If I list now, see all the plenty things inside Etsy. Okay. But I know that if I say CD China, there's no China here. But I know the full part of China. So I can go to China from here by stating the full part, which is CD home, root home. Inside home, I have EC2 user. Inside EC2 user, I have China. So what I'm saying is 2 ways to get into a directory. The first one is you are either inside the parent directory of the directory where you are going into. If that's where you are, then when you say CD to that directory, it will go. But if you are in another directory entirely, which is not the parent directory of the folder you want to go to, you cannot go to that folder by just saying CD, the name of that folder. You have to specify the what? The full part of the folder. So from Etsy here, I know that China is not inside Etsy. So I can't just say CD China and it take me there. No. These are the only things I can say CD China into. Because these ones are inside what? Sorry. These are the only thing I can say CD into. Because these ones are inside where? Etsy.
etc.
China is another folder, which is what? Inside the home directory of the user.
Yes.
This is this EC2 user. So if I'm not in this place, I cannot say CD China and to take me to China. So if I'm somewhere else other than here, and I want to go to China, that means I must specify the full part of what, where I'm going.
China.
Can you see?
Yes.
China. So let me clear and explain that again. CD China. Oh, I'm China already. Clear. Let me say make directory Hong Kong. If I list, so inside China, there is what? Hong Kong. If I say print working directory, China, yeah. If I CD into Hong Kong and I list nothing, if I say print working directory, Hong Kong, all right? So Hong Kong is inside China. China is inside EC2 user. EC2 user is inside home. Home is inside root. If I say take me to my home directory and I list, if I say CD into Hong Kong,
no,
you know, take me. Why? There is no Hong
that's
Kong.
because it's not under China.
Beautiful. Hong Kong is not inside this place. When I say LL, meaning list the content of this place. See the content here, China, UK, and USA. And I'm saying CD to Hong Kong. But Hong Kong is not here now. So I can't just say CD to Hong Kong. If I say CD CD means change directory into a folder that is inside this place.
Yes.
And the folders here are all of this. But I know where Hong Kong is. Hong Kong is inside where? China. That means I have to specify the full path of what? Hong Kong
CD,
to go into Hong Kong from
yeah.
anywhere. Or I first enter into China, CD, China, and I know Hong Kong is here. I will now do CD Hong Kong. But that's a lazy way route. And you cannot even use that route when you are doing automation. So if I go home directory, if I want to go to a directory from anywhere, this is the summary of what we are saying. If I want to go into a directory from anywhere without knowing the parent directory, all I will just do is use CD followed by the full path of that directory. Irrespective of where I am, if you state the full path and it is correct, it will take you there. So from here now, CD, if I copy this full path of Hong Kong here, and I drop it here, see? If I didn't use this full path, and I just say CD Hong Kong, because there's no Hong Kong inside this place, it will tell me no such file or directory. Does it make sense?
Yes.
If I list now, there's nothing here. If I say CD USA, because inside Hong Kong, there's nothing called CD or USA. But if I want to go to USA now, I know how to go there. What will I do? I will state the full path of USA. That's a smart way. Or I will begin to go back by one step. When I get to EC2 user, I can now enter USA. But that's a lazy route. And that will not work when you are doing automation. So what do? I state the full path of USA, which is CD root home EC2 user USA. Can you see?
Yes.
All of these things will come new. However, when you relax, watch class video, practice it properly. You watch class video very meticulously and you practice, it will stick naturally. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's clear. Okay. Let me go back to my home directory. List. If I want to delete a directory, say I want to delete UK, I will say remove rmdir directory, the name of the folder, UK. But this will only work if that folder is empty. So because UK folder is empty, it has deleted. But I know that China folder is not empty. So if I say if I say remove directory, China, it says failed to remove. Why? It says directory not empty. So how do you delete a directory when it is not empty? Either you go and delete one by one, which will be, it may take you heaven and earth, especially if it has a subfolder inside the subfolder, inside the subfolder. How do you do it? It means you have to go to the last folder first, delete it, go back by one step, delete it. So to delete totally a directory that is not empty, you say remove switch R. R means recursive, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Recursive. And recursive means everything associated with something. Okay.
Yeah.
RM switch R, then F. F means forcefully, force it. So this is remove. Remember that when I say remove switch RF, I've removed the DR. Okay, so RF,
Yes.
remove recursive, everything associated with the folder, and by force, China. So this command will not care about how many things inside China. It will forcefully remove it and everything that is what associated with China. So if I list, can you see that China
Yes.
is what? Gone.
It's done.
So we have seen how to create a folder, how to delete a folder when it is non-empty, and we have to delete a folder when it is empty. All right.
Yes.
We'll go for our 10-minute break. When we come back, we'll look at how to create a file. What we've been creating so far is a folder, a directory. So we'll come back and see how to create a file and how to delete it.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's take 10 minutes break.
Okay, sir.
Come back. Let us continue with our class.
Okay.
So we've seen how to make a directory, how to create a folder, how to delete it, how to delete it when it is not empty. How about creating a file? How do we create a file? Okay. There are two ways, or three ways actually, we can create a file. You can use touch. Okay.
Yeah.
If I say touch file 1 and I list, can you see? This is a
Yes.
file. This is a folder. How will you know?
Okay.
File is white, folder is blue. But
Okay.
even if you cannot define it by color, look at it here. This one does not have a D. That means it's a file. There's
Okay.
no D here. The one that has a D is a what? A directory.
Okay.
That's how to know. Let's touch another one. We can say touch file 2. Are you list? You see?
Yes.
If your file will bear 2-letter words, if the name of your file is 2-letter words, then you must string it. So if I say, if I want to name my file office memo, then if I say touch office memo, this command will create 2 files. It will call the first one office, call the second one memo.
Okay.
But if I want my file to bear office memo and it's just one singular file, then I will string it touch office memo. So
Okay.
if I list, and you see this office memo. Do you see this?
Yes.
But if I say touch office memo and I list, because I did not string it, it created
Okay.
two files, one called
Yes.
office, the other called memo.
Memo.
How do you delete a file? Remove memo.
Okay.
Just remove. Memo is gone. Remove file 1. Just remove. File 1 is gone. Remove office memo.
Mm.
Sorry, this is my mistake.
Yes. Remove.
Uh-huh. It happens that way. Okay, and I list. All right, so you can use touch to create a file. What if I want to print into the file? I want to write something into a file. Okay. Like say inside office, I want to say eating in the office is prohibited. I use the command
Mm.
echo. I'll string it. Eating in the office is prohibited. Then I'll say print eating in the office is prohibited into where? Office.
File. Okay. Okay.
That means into the name of this file.
Mm.
And I do enter. So how do I know it is there? To view the content of a file, you use cat, meaning concatenate. To view the content of a file, cat, then the name of that file, office.
Okay.
Can you see?
Yes.
All right. Now, let me write again into office. Echo, it is duly noted into office. And I again cat office. Can you see? It
Yes.
is duly noted.
Duly noted.
But what do you observe? It's not showing us the first one.
It's
Eating
not
in the
showing echo.
office. It's not
Okay.
showing
It's not showing the first one
because
because
I printed it into the same file. Office.
mm,
Office here. Office here. But it's not showing me
okay.
this one. It's only showing me this. So it means that if a file already has a content and we use this command to print into it, it will overwrite what's already in the file. But if you want to print or write into a file and you don't want to overwrite what is already there, you use double of this thing. So let's do that now. Echo, I do not want to overwrite. Then you use double of this. Can you see? Double greater down. So what it will do is it will append into what is there. So if I say cat office,
Yes.
instead of
Okay.
overwriting what is there, it's the same. It is duly noted. I do not want to overwrite. So I
Okay.
used to tell training to make your life easier instead of remembering what is what. When you want to use
Mm.
echo, just use double of this thing.
Okay.
Either it's the first time or the 17th time. Use double of it. So that way, you know that you are not mistakenly what? Overwriting the content. Okay, except you sure you want to overwrite, then use the single. If you use this one for the first time, since there's nothing inside it before, it will just print into it. But if you use it the second time, it will overwrite whatever is inside the file.
Okay.
Okay. But if you are always using this, either first time or second to the last time, it will always append into what is there. It will not delete or overwrite what is already there. So first way of creating a file is to say what? Touch. Okay. Another way
Yes.
of creating a file is echo itself. When you want to echo into a file that does not exist before, it will create that file and printed what you want, what you echoed into it. So let's say there's a file called memo and say print into the file called memo. Because there's no memo file before,
Mm.
and we are saying echo this into this, it will
Mm.
create the file memo and also what? Print this inside it.
Okay.
So if I list, there's now a file called memo. If I cut memo, can you see?
Yes.
Let's do that again. See, echo, check if into HR. So if I list, there's a file now called HR. And if I cut HR, can you see now?
Yes.
The third way to create a file is by editing a file that does not exist before, and then you
Okay.
save it. Now, let's say this memo file here, I want to put many things inside, which I can begin to use echo to do. I can edit this memo file. Are you following me?
Yes.
I can edit it. So there are three editors in Linux. There is VI, there is VIM. VIM means modified VI. The M here means the modified VI. And there is Nano. These three in Linux are editors. Okay, so let me say VI memo. See that the screen has changed
Mm.
to the screen of editing. If I want to begin to write now, I will press I to insert. So if I press I on my keyboard, insert. So if you do not see this insert, you cannot begin to type. Okay,
Okay.
so I
Yes.
can now I can now begin to type all the plenty things I want to type. Don't mind my typo. I can even put JSON file. No, I put HTML file. Title, item, close title, P1. Welcome to item, close P1. All of this now. Let's say I've written all my code and I am done. I want to save and exit this place. The first thing is to go out of the insert mode. On your keyboard, press escape. The moment I press escape, you're out of the insert mode. Then press column. W for write. Q for, sorry, W for write, yes, which means save. Save what I have the modification I have done on this file. Save, quit. After you have saved it, quit it. That means leave this screen and then exclamation mark, bang means execute it. Write WQ bang, save, quit, and bang. Then you hit enter. So we are back to our what? Command line interface. That okay?
Yes, sir.
So now if I say cat memo, you see all the plenty things we write are inside. Let me cut HR. Sorry. VI. We've used VI. Let's VIM HR. They are basically the same thing. So to begin to type, I'll press I, which means insert. Then I'll take my cursor to where I want to insert. Let us insert some things here. When you are done, you escape the insert mode. That means you get out of the insert mode, say escape, column, write, quit, bang, save, quit, and execute. So if we cut HR now, can you see this?
Okay. Yes.
So with your echo, sorry, with your VI, you can also create a file. So if I say VI new file, it will edit it for me. Then I press insert and I type this is a new file for class practice. And I escape it and I say column, save, quit, bang. So with that VI, it has created a new file command called what? New file. So if a file has never existed before, and you say VI, it will edit that file. And the moment you save that file, it has created that file for you. But if I say VI file 2 and I insert, then I keep typing many things. When I'm done, I will escape. If I don't want to save what I have done here, I will say column. I will not put write, meaning I will not put save. I'll just say column quit bank. This command says do not save what you have done. Column quit bank. I didn't put the right. So if I list, that file has not been formed. The same thing if I edited an already existing file, say vi memo, and I press insert to begin to type. And I realized this one will mess up with my file. I don't want to save it. What will I do? Escape the insert mode, column quit bank. I did not put the right. Column quit bank. So if I cut memo, can you see? I can't find what I just wrote inside of here. So these are 3 ways to create a file. The first one is touch. The second one is what?
VI.
Echo.
Echo.
And the third one is either you use VI or you use VIM or you use nano. So let's see how nano looks like. VI and VIM looks alike. Let's use nano memo. You see? Another editor,
Yes.
but with many things under it. To exit here, look at it here. X, Control X. I'm back.
Okay.
We don't normally use that. Why did I see the X? This means Control S. This means Control O. This means Control File. This one means Control Replace, Control Paste, Control Cut, Switch K and Switch U. Okay. Switch K means
Yes.
cut. And switch X means exit.
Exit.
Any questions so far?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can go to let me see what else we can learn in this short time. So that you want to tar a file. I have a feeling that we've learned enough. I don't want to rush you. Yes. Let's end the class here.
Okay.
Right?
How about how to delete the file?
Okay. So let's clear and list. Once you delete the file, you say rm remove
Okay.
File 2. It's gone,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Remove memo. It's gone. Either it has something inside or not. It does not affect file. That a file is not empty has no problem. It's only when a folder is not empty that it will say you will need that recursive. Okay. Remove HR. It's gone. Remove new underscore file. It's gone. All right. Remove office. Remove dir USA. If I list, everything is gone.
Okay.
I think we've learned a lot today for you to go practice.
Yes.
We'll converge on Monday.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
See you on Monday. Please ensure you practice properly.
Okay.
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 Next week we may have an extra class.
Okay.
All right. Maybe we may run Monday, Wednesday, and Friday next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
If
sir.
you have any challenge with this, let me know.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of your evening. My regards.
Yes, sir. Please don't forget the video, the recording.
Yes. Did you get the last one?
Yes.
Okay. I will create a playlist and I'll give you the playlist. So all the videos will be in one place on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.